Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. Today, got a great video for you guys. It's kind of going to be a recap over the week. There's a lot of excitement right now in the precious metals market, and I'm not going to lie, I feel like right now I am standing alone in terms of my beliefs on what's going on. I know a lot of people are excited with the recent run-up in the price of silver. However, so you guys know I'm pro silver. If you don't think that I'm pro silver, you haven't been watching my videos that long. I am extremely pro silver. I believe in what I say. I bet on what I say. And I think that we are going to continue to probably see silver prices maybe even inch up a little higher. Maybe we'll get into that $27 range, and then I think there's going to be a big pullback coming, and it's going to be a devastating pullback. I talked about this throughout the week briefly, and I kind of want to talk about it again because I'm still getting comments from people. I received another comment a few minutes ago as I was just getting ready. I was reading through the comments, and I received another comment that said, I was hoping for a pullback more and more, and it just is looking less and less like it's going to happen. I'm thankful we're going to have a big run up, and here we are about ready to take off. A lot of people, that's exactly what they want you to think, and I'm going to explain why that is in today's video. I also want to take a quick minute and just say, if your comments get deleted, rest assured it's not me deleting your comments. I received an email tonight that said the person, I guess, canceled their membership for some personal issues, then put it back, and they get really frustrated when the comments get canceled. So first of all, I don't cancel anybody's comments. There would be no point in me canceling your comment, anybody's comments. And I don't like my comments being canceled. I don't like my videos getting not shared by YouTube algorithm. And, the thing is, if you say something that, I don't want to say the big system, I don't know. If you say something that's not liked, your videos don't get shared. YouTube don't share them. If you say something in a comment, your comments randomly disappear all the time. I hear it from time and time again. I hear people say that they got unsubscribed, people that watch the channel all the time. I know these people, some of them in person even, and they're like, yeah, hey, I got unsubscribed. I don't know what happened. And, so I got to say, it wouldn't be me doing it. So we're going to talk today. We're going to do a little bit of a recap. I want to do a special thank you for those of you that are members of the channel. It is only $1.99. It helps the channel out, and I'm thankful that you are a member. But if you're not a member at this time, I understand. Not everybody wants to become a member. Not everybody can become a member. So a special thank you for those of you that are. And those of you that aren't, I really do appreciate you watching the videos, sharing the videos with your friends, telling relatives. You're helping them. It may seem sometimes like, why do I want to help other people? That just makes silver more expensive for me. That's not really true. It is to a certain aspect, but on the flip side, when you're a member of a better group, and I don't mean member of the channel, I mean when you're a part of a group of people that understand what's going on, it's going to strengthen that group. So, we're going to talk maybe a little bit more about that. I'll elaborate a little bit on that. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button, help me out, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and again, special thank you to all the members. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm going to get into real quick. I'm going to do a price recap, and I'm going to be talking about what I am talking about on the big dip that's coming, why I think people need to understand what's going on, because there's a lot of people that are looking right now at the silver price that was just today. I mean, we were as high as $36.16 not even an hour ago from when I'm shooting this video. So we're close to the top. Now, by the top, I mean the 12-year, 11 or 12-year high, not an all-time high. We're not even close to the all-time high. All-time high is like $50. And once you realize that, it's crazy that we're not there in a world of chaos, a world of debt, a world of delusion, a world of just craziness. And I think more and more people are waking up to gold. They're waking up to silver, and they want to invest in something other than savings accounts that don't pay money. And here we are now with the Fed discussing possible interest rate cuts, multiple interest rate cuts this year. Will they really do it? Who knows? Because interest rates come down, you can expect inflation to go up. You can expect silver to really go up. You can expect gold to go up. You can expect Bitcoin to possibly go up. I think when you understand what's going on, now you have to understand, why would I think that there would be a big dip coming? So the first thing I want to say is there's a lot of people out there with this feeling, I got to hurry up and buy right now, because if I don't buy now, it's only going to get more expensive. And to a certain point, yes, that's true. It's only going to get more expensive. I 100% believe that. But I also believe in trying to time the market. But here's what happens. A lot of people, they try to time the market, and when the market goes down, quite frankly, crap comes up. Life comes up. Maybe you got to go to the emergency room. Maybe you got bit by a dog and your hand got infected and you were stubborn and didn't want to take medicine, but we won't even get into that. Some people know what I'm talking about. Yes, that was me feeding the homeless and a homeless dog and got bit. But life comes up. And when life comes up, all of a sudden silver price tanks. And who's ready to buy? Well, you were, but now you got to spend money on, I don't know, an AC that went out, a car engine that failed, maybe a car broke down, a family accident, something came up. And, that always seems like the way it happens, because people have this grandeur of, I'm going to buy when the price goes down, but they're not dedicated enough to put that money aside, and nothing gets in the way of spending it. Unfortunately, stuff comes up. It just does. And I think what we're going to see is we're going to see silver possibly even continue to go up a little higher. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see $37 or $38 before the end of the month, but I think there is going to be a devastating pullback. Now, I want you to think about the new people that are getting into stacking right now as the price is climbing. What do you think is going to happen when someone buys in right now? I looked around online today. American Silver Eagle's selling at $41 in some places, even higher in some locations. But I'm just taking like a rough average. $4 over for a Silver Eagle. $3 over for a random, what's the proper term for it? I'm not a collector, guys. You guys know that. I'm a stacker. But a sovereign coin, a maple, a Krugerrand, a Britannia, $3 over. A junk ounce of round silver, $2 over minimum. So when you see these $2, $3, and $4 over spot, you're looking at $40 now for silver. Think of the guy that just found out about silver, or the girl just found out about silver, starts believing in it, buys a bunch. He goes out, she goes out and buys 100 ounces, spends $4,000, and then come the end of the month, the short positions need to come due, and they have to beat the price down. They can't hold it down forever. If they held it down forever, supply would just dwindle and run out. So they beat the price down temporary. Maybe they bring it down from, let's say we get up 37, just safe number there. And then all of a sudden they bring it down to 36. No worries. 35. Still no worries. 34. People are like, man, I can't believe it. And then all of a sudden a big $2, $3 drop. And here we are at $32. I don't think we'll go back down to under 30. I don't think that's going to happen now. I think too many people know what's going on. People are waking up to this. I had someone leave me a comment the other day. If the markets are manipulated, you would never see the price go up. And to a certain point, that's true, but you have to understand, manipulation cannot go nonstop. Look at it tick right now. We were just down under 36, and as soon as it hit we're just down to, what were we down to? 30, yeah. We just went to 35.90, and all of a sudden the green is just going up fast. As I'm talking, I'm watching this, and I'm like, wow, look at it trek up. I just want to make sure you guys can see, 'cause sometimes I forget to turn the monitor on. So needless to say, it's going to be demoralizing for a lot of people. Look at it going straight up right now. Wow, Wow, it just jumped 36.06. Look at that run up right here. Just while I'm talking. I mean, here's the thing. A lot of people are getting nervous. They feel like they're going to miss the boat. The time to have bought in is still available, but the deals, a lot of people missed it. A lot of naysayers out there. And it's easy to buy up for these big banks to buy up the physical silver and then put a bunch of paper on the market to beat the price down. They actually, what they do is they beat the price down and then they buy up the physical. So, when you understand this, you understand the markets are manipulated. Nothing is legit anymore. You can't, look at just what we've seen in the past, how they change the CPI numbers, how they calculate them. They change all these different numbers just to make the numbers fit to how they want it to fit. Once you realize that, you understand that silver and gold, why are they manipulating it? If you know 100% it's manipulated, because we've proven that, it's came out in court. But once you realize that, you have to understand why. Why would you manipulate something if it has no value? The truth of the matter is they're holding it down so they can acquire as much as they can. I'll be honest, if I had the ability to do it, I'm sorry, I would probably do it too. I would beat the price down to $20, put my big orders in, and then let the price go back up to 35. I know that sounds dirty to some people. You have to understand, they cheat. They have the ability to, and I'd be a liar if I said that I wouldn't want to do it if I had that ability. Does it sound bad? Of course, but it is what it is. People want to acquire as much of this as they can because they understand gold and silver is real wealth, and it will be. It's eventually going to show its true colors. We don't see that right now. We see these crazy 94-to-1 ratios that don't make sense, and people get discouraged. They get discouraged. It's easy to get discouraged, but you got to have the faith that it's going to eventually come through. And I hope no one takes that comment as, oh, you should have faith in Jesus and not silver. There's different reasons to have faith in different things. I have faith in Jesus. I go to church, but I also feel like I'm being lied to when it comes to silver and gold and paper money, and therefore I don't want to help this system anymore. I will honestly be glad when the system resets and we go to a fair and honest system where it benefits savers, where it benefits producers. Right now, we live in a world that benefits spending. It pushes spending. We benefit. It benefits the people. All the wrong things. Go out and buy what you want. Enjoy today. You don't have to save. You don't have to just put the money on a credit card. It doesn't matter. These things are by nature wrong. And I'm not saying that debt is bad. If you use debt properly and you've been educated on how to use debt, debt is a powerful tool, but it is a double-edged sword. If used properly, you can do really well with it. If used improperly, it can sink you. So we're going to move on real quick, and then I may come back to this real quick because I definitely want to come back, if I remember, to what it means to be a part of a group of people that have like-minded like yourself when it comes to precious metals, because there is big advantages of that, and I take advantage of that all the time. So I want to make sure that we talk about that, and I hope I don't forget. Moving on real quick, taking a look at the gold price. $3,363. Kind of slowing down a little bit. We've seen a lot of excitement, but a lot of people are realizing now that silver is the buy. And that's why we've seen that ratio come down from 103 to 100 to 98 to 95 to 93 the other day. So we were at 93-to-1 gold-silver ratio. So think about that. We're starting to come down. Now, that doesn't mean that it won't all of a sudden jump up at the end of the month and then come down again. We don't know. Taking a quick look at the Bitcoin price. Bitcoin taking a pretty good hit. It looks like it's up 1.33%, but that's only because it started at midnight and you're not seeing what's really been happening right here. So the last last day, on the 5th, literally, we had the price up to 105, 105,708, and then we've seen it come all the way down to 101,000. So definitely taking a hit on Bitcoin right now. Does that mean that this is the end of Bitcoin? No, I'm not saying it's there yet. I'm saying that people are looking at what they've got their money into right now, and they're getting nervous. They're getting nervous. They're starting to see essentially what I think the Fed has seen already. There are problems in the system, and they can't hide it forever. And once people realize it, that's it. And for people that think, oh no, Trump said the markets, everything's good, the economy's good. Here's the thing. I've said this time and time again. If you're a military commander or you're in charge of a bunch of people, I even told a friend of mine who's a coach. He coaches a sports team. Just a high school team. Or a little league, whatever it is. And I was telling him, because he was wondering why they would say the markets are good if they're not. And I said, well, think about it. I said, first of all, would you tell your team if they're playing an amazing team, maybe a state championship team, are you going to go out and say, hey, we're about ready to play this team. They're undefeated. We're going to lose, but just have fun. Rarely are you going to hear a coach say that. They're going to try to pump their kids up. They're going to make them feel like they got a shot. And then after, you tell them, hey, it was a tough game. They played well. You played well. Under different circumstances, you would have won. You should have won. The same thing with the economy. They're not going to tell you the economy sucks. If they told you that, then you would probably be moving your money into gold and silver because you'd start to realize what's happening. And once that happens, that's it. Trump must sees Bitcoin tumble in liquidity. I was just kind of reading this right now. I know I've been having a lot of friends teasing me because they I'll be honest, I'm a little more, I shouldn't get into politics, but I'm a little more pro-Trump. And needless to say, I got some of my friends, they're like, Mommy and Daddy are fighting. Did they talk to you about it yet? I've got a lot of text on that today. But I'm just saying that's what we had to pick from. All right, so, needless to say, to not get into politics, I want to keep this about gold and silver because it really doesn't matter who is the president. It doesn't matter what's going on. The truth of the matter is there's no getting away from what's going on now. The system will either reset and we'll start back over again, or it will default. Basically, we'll go bankrupt and say we can't pay our bills, or they'll continue just printing money and inflate the debt away. And that's actually what I think they're going to do. But they're not only inflating the debt away, they're inflating your savings account away. How? Because if they double the money supply, hypothetically, in a year, if they double the money supply, then prices double because you have twice as much money running after the same amount of goods. If there's one kid in school and he's selling an Xbox and everybody wants it, he's going to get a lot of money for it. If there's 500 kids in the school selling an Xbox, well, they're all going to be coming down, willing to take a little less to undercut somebody else. And maybe they all won't, but some of them will. So moving on real quick. Oh, did we even discuss? No, the DXY didn't load. What happened here? DXY sitting at 98.83. Moving up and down today. We were pretty much in that range in yesterday's video. So we came down a little, then we went back up, but not really making any drastic moves. Still hovering right around that. Taking a quick look at the debt clock because, like I said, I'm kind of curious exactly. I said we would hit 37 trillion on the 20th of this month. That puts us 14 days away. We're at 37 trillion 942 billion. So it's ticking up. We're going to get there. I'm just wondering what day it will be. If you want, comment when you think we'll hit it. It's just kind of an exciting thing. I should have done a pool for a prize, but it's too close now to do it. Taking a quick look at the Dow Jones. What happened yesterday in the stock market? How many people were following the stock market yesterday? It was kind of crazy. We ended up coming down 100 points or 1/4%, inching down a little lower, ending the day at 42,320. Moving on, taking a look at the NASDAQ, taking a pretty good hit, pretty much 0.83% or 162 points, closing out the day at 19,298. And the NASDAQ down 0.5%, down 31 points, or closing out at 59.39. So I want to jump back in and talk briefly what I had kind of glazed over in the beginning about being a part of a good group. You know, a lot of people want to go down this road alone, and I used to be one of those people. I used to think, I don't want to tell anybody. I want to keep my business to myself. I don't want to be laughed at. And then I started just having a feeling that I wanted to kind of help people. As I started kind of helping show people this stuff about gold and silver, I started doing YouTubes. I learned a lot more. I started talking to friends, and I learned even more as they asked questions. If someone asked me a question, that's it. You know, I put a lot of thought into it. And whenever I get asked questions, I got to look stuff up. I got to understand. I want to know kind of a little bit of everything. And so I get fixated on stuff. You start building up a group. And what I've learned is when I have a bill come up, let's say, and I bought too much silver this month, maybe, let's say. I bought a little silver, too much. I probably shouldn't have. And I need a little bit of money to cover my bills. You know, what happens in a normal situation? You didn't tell anybody. You either take it to the pawn shop, you take it to, I don't know, somebody to sell it, and you usually end up getting burned. When you've got a good group and you talk amongst each other, you can pass some of these deals on. I actually just passed a deal on to John. I picked up a bunch of these. Let's see if I can show it real quick. So I picked up a bunch of these at a super good deal. I was already sending him a package, and I said, you know what? If you want one, you can get one for $40. It's a steal, a beautiful coin, and certified. It's got the queen on the back, and I picked up a bunch of them, and so I was willing to pass that on. That's a prime example of when you have a group that you're working with, you can kind of help each other out. And sometimes they pick up stuff, sometimes they need money. Now, you got to understand, obviously, I would never pay higher than what I can pick up deals for. I'm always willing to pay spot price. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Spot price is just spot price. You always want to pay it. But I'm also factoring in if I've got to ship stuff, if I've got to do that. I'm not a big fan of shipping. In fact, that spider coin that I just showed you, I actually got 4 of them that were smashed. The plastic was all broken. They were in the corner of the package, and I'm telling you, it's like, I don't know how many of y'all, the girl that sent them to me, she sent me a clip of a Jim Carrey movie. I guess he was a male person, or I don't know if it was like Ace Ventura or something. He posed as a male person or what. Needless to say, he's a male person. You just see him throwing this box all around. And finally he gets to the house, knocks on the door, and just drops, and you just hear it just shattering, just glass in there broken up. It makes you laugh. If you've ever seen that, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of Jim Carrey movies. I haven't seen many of his movies. But that scene just always makes me laugh now whenever I get a package, because the package that I'd got it in, it looked like it had gotten banged around. I was like, man, the postal people are horrible. So moving on, though, if you've got a good group of people that you can trade and stuff with, you're helping them, they're going to find deals for you. You're going to find deals for them. Darn. Jinx, she had sent me a deal on some, I think they were koalas or kangaroos. I mean, super cheap. I mean, it was only like $28 an ounce. This was back, though, when silver was at 28, when we had that big pullback. So we had the pullback all the way down to 28.75, I think it was, and she had sent me that. And I was like, that seems too good to be true. I said, are you sure? And she had said, no, I talked to other people. They got them and they liked them. So I ordered 3 tubes, asked the guy if I could have the empty box, if he didn't mind. And he said, yeah. And then I got them, and I couldn't believe it. And then I checked back, but they were all sold out. The word had gotten out. So, that's an example. When other people believe in what's going on, you have opportunities. You might need a couple bucks. Maybe you just need some extra gas money, some extra lunch money. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't have a ton of cash. I mean, I get teased sometimes when I used to be really honest, and I still am, that, some months I'm paycheck to paycheck. Now, here's the thing. If I say I'm broke and I'm going to eat ramen noodle this month, although now I can't eat it because I found out that sodium's bad for your heart, I guess. I didn't know that. I thought it was just stay away from carbs and fat. I never really worried about sodium, but needless to say, no more ramens. But when I say, hey, I'm broke and I'm eating ramen, and then someone sees me open up a big package of silver, here's the thing. They'll tell you silver's not money. I'll tell you that your retirement, if it's in the form of precious metals or anything, you need to put that first. There's an old saying that I heard from older people. I don't hear people ever say it now. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. If you've got a savings account and you're vowing to put 10% of your pay in, put it in first. Don't pay your bills, have fun, and then, okay, I was going to do 10%, but I only got 5% left. No. You pay yourself first. You work hard. You deserve to get paid. You want to be working the rest of your life. I know some people that they're so far in debt, they're going to be working until they croak, literally. And I've seen this happen. That's why I say put away for your retirement. Be prepared. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up here. I think I'm probably up close to 30, yeah. So I don't like to get too much past 30. Needless to say, we're at 26. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I hope I gave you guys some stuff to think about as we go into the weekend. If you feel like you missed it, hey, go to the coin shop if you want this weekend. Maybe you can get a couple good deals. Maybe you'll get lucky and the coin shop will be sitting on a bunch of stuff. He's been buying it. Maybe he's paying spot right now because nobody's buying. But I'm seeing a lot of people buying because they're getting scared. So, everybody is going to be different in that aspect. But there's going to be people that are going to sell because I read the comments and I hear some people saying, oh, we've been here before. It's going to probably this is about as high as it's going to get. And then we're just going to see it get destroyed back down to 30 again. Maybe, but I like I said, I think next month, as soon as the month ends, we're going to see another big jump on this stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you check out some of my other great videos. If you can, take a minute, share the video. Tell your friends if you want to really help me out. Slap it up on Facebook or some of my short videos. Slap it up on Facebook. Share some of these. It really helps me out. I'm frantically trying to grow the channel, even though lately it's been, like I said, a little frustrating. But I think it could just be what's going on with silver. And now we're starting to get excited again because the prices are starting to go up. And people are seeing it. What's this short right here? $31. Remember that? $31. That was only a couple weeks ago, really. It's kind of crazy when you look at how much it's gone up recently. Let's see if we can see, just out of curiosity, how much it's gone up in just... Yeah, we were at 31.70 on May 25th. So think about that for a minute. 31.70 on May 25th. I'm sorry. My bad. May 15th. May 15th. So someone might have caught that. May 15th. 20 days ago. And we're already up. You think it ain't moving higher? This is a nice jump. And I think we could see a little bit of a pullback, but hey, we'll see what happens. We're finally seeing some moves in it. It's exciting. I'll see y'all next time on T-Square Talk. Like I said, hit that thumbs up button, hit that, check out some of these other great shorts, and I'll see you next time on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great night, weekend, day. It's Friday morning, so have a great day and have a great weekend. Take care, everybody. I'll see y'all on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.